Imagine living a life where nothing shakes your inner calm, where insults, challenges, and chaos can't touch you. Imagine being immune to the sting of insults or the pressure of challenges. How empowering would that state be? Today we're embarking on a fascinating journey through 10 transformative Buddhist principles that pave the way to such profound inner peace. Buddha himself proclaimed, "Peace comes from within, do not seek it without." Together, let's uncover the steps to crafting our own serene inner sanctuary. Principle 1. The illusion of insults. The first principle revolves around the perception of insults and offenses. In a world where interactions can often be harsh and criticism freely given, how we choose to react defines the impact these words will have on our inner peace. This principle invites us to reconsider the true power of others' words and to recognize that only our acceptance of these as harmful can disturb our tranquility. Understanding the power of perception. To understand this, consider the metaphor of a stone thrown into a pond. The stone disrupts the water's surface, creating ripples that disturb the otherwise calm waters. However, this disturbance is temporary. Soon enough, the pond regains its tranquility, the ripples disappear, and the stone settles to the bottom. Similarly, when someone directs an insult or offense towards us, it is within our power to let the metaphorical ripples fade away without causing lasting disturbance. This idea aligns closely with the teachings of Buddha, who emphasized that holding on to anger and resentment is akin to clutching a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. By perceiving insults as passing disturbances that reflect more about the speaker than the target, we can maintain our inner peace. Cultivating a resilient mindset. Building resilience against insults involves developing a deep sense of self-awareness and confidence in one's values and beliefs. It requires recognizing that everyone's perspective is shaped by their own experiences and biases, and what might be expressed as an insult could stem from the other's misunderstanding or personal struggles. This understanding helps us to respond with empathy rather than retaliation, fostering a peaceful and compassionate interaction. Moreover, the practice of mindfulness can significantly aid in managing one's reactions to perceived slights. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our emotions without attachment, allowing us to experience anger or hurt without letting it dictate our actions. This pause gives us the space to choose our response thoughtfully, opting for one that aligns with our inner values rather than the heat of the moment. Practical applications. Practically applying this principle in daily life can take several forms. For instance, when confronted with an insulting remark, rather than reacting defensively, take a moment to breathe deeply and center yourself. Reflect on why the comment was made and consider its validity. If there is truth to the criticism, use it as an opportunity for personal growth. If the remark is baseless, let it pass without engagement, keeping your peace intact. It is also helpful to engage in regular self-reflection and meditation. These practices not only strengthen your mindfulness skills, but also enhance your understanding of yourself and your triggers. By knowing what affects you and why, you can better prepare yourself to face potential conflicts with calmness and poise. Community and relationships. Adopting this principle also influences how we interact within our communities and relationships. By demonstrating the ability to absorb and deflect negativity, we set a powerful example for others. This can create a more forgiving and understanding atmosphere, where people feel safe to express themselves without fear of harsh judgment. It encourages a culture of openness and mutual respect, where conflicts are resolved through dialogue rather than confrontation. Furthermore, by fostering resilience and a non-reactive stance in the face of insults, we can help build stronger, more supportive relationships. When friends, family and colleagues see that we do not respond to stress with aggression or collapse, they are more likely to approach interactions with honesty and trust. This enhances the quality of our relationships, making them more fulfilling and less prone to conflict. Long-term benefits. The long-term benefits of mastering this principle are substantial. Over time, by consistently choosing not to empower insults and offenses, we can achieve a state of enduring inner peace. This tranquility allows us to face life's challenges with grace and composure, leading to greater happiness and satisfaction. It also contributes to our mental and emotional health, as we reduce the stress and anxiety that come from engaging in or fearing confrontational interactions. By embracing and applying the principle of the illusion of insults, we unlock a powerful tool for personal development and peaceful living. It teaches us that true control over our happiness and peace comes not from changing the external world, but from mastering our internal responses. Principle 2. Everyone as your teacher. Embracing every interaction as a learning opportunity. Life's richness often lies in its variety of experiences and interactions. Buddhism teaches us to see every person we encounter as a potential teacher. This principle is not just about formal education or structured learning. It's about the value of everyday experiences and the lessons we can glean from each individual, regardless of the context. Expanding perspectives through diverse interactions. Imagine every conversation, every interaction, being a window into a new perspective or a lesson in disguise. Whether it's a joyful exchange with a friend or a challenging discussion with a colleague, each offers unique insights that contribute to our growth. When we approach relationships with the mindset that everyone has something valuable to teach us, we remain open and curious, which fosters a deep sense of continuous learning and personal development. Learning from joy and adversity. Consider the different types of teachers we encounter. Those who bring us joy teach us about what resonates with our spirits, encouraging us to pursue what brings us happiness and fulfillment. On the other hand, those who challenge us teach resilience, patience, and the art of negotiation. Even difficult interactions have the potential to strengthen our character and resolve. By reframing how we view challenging people, from adversaries to teachers, we transform potential conflicts into valuable lessons. Practical applications in daily life. Implementing this principle can be as simple as approaching each day with a question. What can I learn from the people I meet today? This could involve actively listening during conversations to understand different viewpoints, asking questions that probe deeper into others' thoughts and feelings, or reflecting on interactions at the end of the day to extract lessons and growth opportunities. Building empathy and compassion. By viewing everyone as our teacher, we also cultivate empathy. Understanding that everyone has something valuable to share encourages us to value their experiences and backgrounds, fostering a more inclusive and compassionate approach to interactions. This can significantly impact our relationships, making them richer and more rewarding. Encouraging humility and openness. This principle nurtures humility because it acknowledges that no matter how much we know, there is always more to learn. It challenges the ego's assumption that we are superior or already know enough, keeping us open to new ideas and continuous improvement. Enhancing adaptive learning and flexibility. In practical terms, seeing everyone as a teacher enhances our adaptability. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to learn from a diverse range of experiences and individuals equips us with a versatile toolkit of skills and knowledge. It prepares us to handle various situations more effectively, from personal relationships to professional challenges. Community and cultural benefits. On a community level, if everyone embraced this principle, imagine the mutual respect and understanding that would flourish. Societies would be built on the foundations of continuous learning and shared wisdom, significantly reducing conflicts born out of ignorance and misunderstanding. Long-term implications for personal growth. Over time, those who practice this principle may find that they not only accumulate a vast array of knowledge, but also develop a more profound wisdom and insight. This ongoing learning journey enriches their lives, making them well-rounded and deeply fulfilled individuals. Living the principle. To truly live this principle, one might begin each day with a meditation or affirmation, acknowledging the potential lessons to come. Engaging actively and mindfully with everyone, maintaining a journal to reflect on daily learnings, and continuously seeking out new interactions and experiences can all be part of embodying this profound teaching. By embracing the idea that everyone is a teacher, we unlock endless opportunities for learning, growth, and connection. This principle transforms our approach to life into a dynamic, interactive classroom where every person we meet contributes to our journey of enlightenment and personal evolution. Principle 3. Transform envy into emulation. Understanding envy in our lives. Envy is an emotion that everyone experiences at some point, but it often carries a negative connotation. It stems from a feeling of lack or deficiency when we compare ourselves to others who have what we perceive as desirable, be it success, happiness, or material possessions. However, Buddhism teaches us to transform this potentially destructive feeling into a constructive force for personal growth and self-improvement. The detrimental effects of unchecked envy. Left unchecked, envy can lead to resentment, dissatisfaction, and a toxic mindset that detracts from our own happiness and can even harm our relationships. It blinds us to our own blessings and capabilities, focusing our energies outward in negative comparison rather than inward on growth and gratitude. Emulation as a positive response. In contrast, emulation is an empowering response to the feelings that arise from envy. It involves acknowledging and appreciating the qualities or achievements of others, and then using that admiration as motivation to pursue our own goals and improvements. This shift from envy to emulation not only alleviates negative feelings, but also propels us forward in our personal development. How to cultivate emulation. 1. Self-reflection. Begin by identifying feelings of envy when they arise. Ask yourself what specific qualities or achievements have triggered these feelings. This awareness is the first step in transforming envy into emulation. 2. Goal setting. Use the insights gained from self-reflection to set personal goals. For instance, if you envy someone's professional success, set goals for your career development that align with your own values and aspirations. 3. Learning and skill development. Emulate the admirable qualities of others by learning new skills or improving existing ones. If someone's kindness or generosity inspires envy, work on cultivating these traits in yourself through conscious practice and actions. 4. Positive framing. View the successes of others as examples of what is possible rather than as benchmarks against which to measure yourself. This mindset encourages a positive outlook and a focus on abundance rather than scarcity. Practical applications in professional and personal contexts. In the workplace. Emulating a colleague's effective communication or leadership skills can lead to improved job performance and opportunities for advancement. In personal relationships, emulating qualities like patience and understanding observed in others can enhance personal relationships and deepen connections. The role of mindfulness in managing envy. Mindfulness practice can help manage the emotional responses associated with envy. By staying present and focused, we can better control our reactions and choose actions aligned with emulation rather than envy. Building a community of mutual growth. Adopting a mindset of emulation contributes to a culture of mutual respect and personal growth. In environments where individuals are inspired by each other's successes, collective advancement is fostered, creating a supportive and progressive community. Long-term benefits of emulation. Over time, the practice of transforming envy into emulation enriches our lives. It leads to continuous personal development, increased self-esteem, and a more profound appreciation for the journeys of others. It also cultivates a sense of contentment and fulfillment, as we recognize and celebrate both our own progress and the achievements of those around us. Living this principle daily. To live this principle, make a daily habit of acknowledging and celebrating the successes of others. Reflect each night on what you have learned from others and how you can incorporate these lessons into your own life. Keep a journal of your goals and progress, focusing on the traits you are working to emulate. By transforming envy into emulation, we turn a potentially negative emotion into a catalyst for growth and a source of inspiration. This principle not only enhances our individual well-being, but also contributes to a healthier, more supportive social environment. Principle 4. Self-discipline and tolerance. Balancing personal standards and compassion for others. This principle of Buddhism emphasizes the importance of cultivating a strong personal ethic while exercising compassion and understanding towards others. It teaches us to strive for excellence in our own behaviors and attitudes, while also remaining patient and forgiving towards the faults and shortcomings of others. The importance of self-discipline. Self-discipline is the foundation of personal development. It involves setting high standards for oneself, committing to personal goals, and adhering to a set of ethical principles. Self-discipline guides us in maintaining control over our actions and decisions, helping to ensure that we act thoughtfully and with integrity, regardless of external pressures or temptations. Implementing self-discipline. 1. Goal setting. Define clear, achievable goals that align with your values and aspirations. These goals will serve as your roadmap, keeping you focused and directed. 2. Routine development. Establish routines that support your goals. Whether it's a daily meditation, exercise, or study session, routines can help cement the behaviors needed to achieve success. 3. Self-monitoring. Regularly check in with yourself to assess your progress towards your goals. This self-monitoring helps to reinforce your commitment and allows for adjustments as needed. The role of tolerance. While self-discipline focuses on self-improvement, tolerance is about extending understanding and forgiveness to others. This involves recognizing that everyone is on their own path and facing their own struggles, which may lead them to act in ways that we find challenging or difficult. Cultivating tolerance. 1. Empathy, development. Actively try to understand where others are coming from. Put yourself in their shoes to appreciate their circumstances and challenges. 2. Patience, practice. Give others the time they need to grow and change. Recognize that everyone progresses at their own pace and avoid imposing unrealistic expectations on them. 3. Forgiveness. Learn to forgive others for their mistakes. Holding on to anger or resentment only harms your peace of mind and hinders relationships. Practical applications. In the workplace. Apply self-discipline to meet your professional obligations and goals, while using tolerance when interacting with co-workers who may work differently or make mistakes. In personal relationships. Maintain personal boundaries and strive to be the best version of yourself, but also offer grace and understanding when loved ones falter. Balancing acts. Achieving a balance between being strict with oneself and tolerant of others is a dynamic process that requires continual adjustment and reflection. It demands that we are honest with ourselves about our strengths and weaknesses, and compassionate towards others, recognizing that they too are dealing with complex lives. Community impact. When communities embrace both self-discipline and tolerance, they become more harmonious and productive. Members hold themselves accountable for their actions while supporting each other's growth and forgiving missteps. This balance fosters a supportive atmosphere that can lead to greater collective and individual success. Long-term benefits. Over time, practicing self-discipline and tolerance cultivates a life of integrity and harmony. You build a strong inner core, capable of withstanding life's challenges, while nurturing relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. This dual practice leads to a fulfilling life, enriched by personal achievements and deep, meaningful connections with others. Living this principle daily. To integrate this principle into daily life, consider setting morning intentions focused on both personal discipline and acts of kindness or tolerance. Reflect each evening on instances where you successfully demonstrated self-discipline and moments where you could have been more tolerant, planning how to improve the next day. By mastering the balance between self-discipline and tolerance, we not only improve ourselves, but also enhance our interactions with the world around us, leading to a more peaceful and compassionate society. Principle 5. No one can hurt you without your consent. Empowering self-agency in emotional resilience. This principle delves into the profound understanding that the true impact of external actions or words is contingent on our personal reception and response. It encapsulates the Buddhist teaching that our inner peace and emotional well-being are primarily governed by our own perceptions and decisions rather than by external circumstances. Understanding emotional sovereignty. Emotional sovereignty is the acknowledgement that we have ultimate control over our emotional state. It means recognizing that while we cannot control what others say or do, we can certainly control how we respond to these stimuli. This understanding is crucial in maintaining mental and emotional health, as it empowers us not to be victims of others' actions or words. Cultivating inner strength and resilience. 1. Mindfulness practice. Regular mindfulness practice helps us observe our reactions without immediately engaging with them emotionally. This gap between stimulus and response is where our power lies, allowing us to choose a response that aligns with our values and desired state of being. 2. Emotional awareness. Developing a keen awareness of our emotional triggers and responses enables us to understand and manage our emotions more effectively. This self-knowledge is essential for responding to potentially hurtful situations with composure. 3. Assertive communication. Learning to communicate our feelings assertively rather than aggressively or passively ensures that we express ourselves clearly and respectfully without allowing others to harm our emotional state. Applying the principle in challenging situations. In conflicts. When faced with conflict, remind yourself that your emotional response is your choice. Approach the situation with the intent to understand and resolve, rather than react and retaliate. In personal attacks. If someone insults or criticizes you, assess whether there is any truth to their words that you can learn from. If not, let the comments pass without internalizing them, recognizing that they reflect the other person's issues more than your own. The role of forgiveness and letting go. Forgiveness plays a pivotal role in this principle. By choosing to forgive those who have wronged us, we release ourselves from the burden of ongoing resentment and anger. Forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior, but about freeing ourselves from its emotional grip. Building a supportive environment. Creating a supportive environment involves surrounding ourselves with positive influences and distancing ourselves from toxic relationships. This proactive approach minimizes the occurrence of situations where our emotional resilience might be tested. Community and relationships impact. Adopting this principle not only enhances our personal well-being, but also improves our relationships. When we stop allowing others' behaviors to dictate our emotional state, we engage with them more genuinely and constructively. This creates healthier, more authentic connections. Long-term benefits. Over time, the practice of maintaining emotional sovereignty leads to a profound sense of peace and stability. It fosters resilience, allowing us to face life's challenges with grace and composure. Additionally, it contributes to our personal growth as we become more adept at handling criticisms and conflicts constructively. Living this principle daily. Integrate this principle into your daily life by starting each day with a meditation focused on emotional centering. Throughout the day, use affirmations to remind yourself of your power over your emotions, such as, "I choose peace within this chaos." At the end of the day, reflect on moments where you successfully maintained your composure and areas for improvement. By fully embracing the belief that no one can hurt us without our consent, we unlock a powerful form of emotional freedom that enhances our quality of life and our interactions with others. Principle 6. The power of acceptance. Embracing life as it comes. This principle underscores the transformative impact of acceptance in our lives, advocating for embracing things as they are rather than as we wish them to be. Acceptance is a profound practice that can alleviate unnecessary stress and conflict by allowing us to engage with reality on its own terms. Understanding acceptance. Acceptance in Buddhism does not imply passive resignation, but an active recognition of facts without an emotional struggle against them. It involves acknowledging the current state of things, from personal emotions to external situations, without resistance or judgment. This acknowledgement does not mean giving up on change or improvement. Rather, it means starting from a place of understanding and peace. Cultivating acceptance. 1. Mindfulness and presence. Regular mindfulness practice helps in recognizing and accepting our present emotions, thoughts, and external circumstances without trying to immediately change them. This presence is crucial for acceptance because it roots us in the reality of the moment. 2. Letting go of control. Learning to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot is vital. By focusing our energy only on the areas where we have influence and accepting the rest, we reduce frustration and helplessness. 3. Gratitude practices. Integrating gratitude into daily life helps shift focus from what's missing or undesirable to what's present and valuable. This shift promotes a more accepting and positive outlook on life. Practical applications in everyday life. In personal challenges. When facing personal setbacks or disappointments, acceptance allows us to acknowledge the situation without becoming overwhelmed by negative emotions. This clarity can lead to more effective problem-solving and emotional recovery. In relationships. Accepting others as they are, without trying to change them, fosters healthier and more genuine relationships. It encourages a mutual respect and understanding that can deepen bonds. The role of acceptance in reducing suffering. Buddha taught that much of human suffering is caused by desire and resistance, the wish for reality to be different from what it is. Acceptance mitigates this source of suffering by aligning our desires with reality, thereby promoting inner peace and contentment. Building emotional resilience through acceptance. Acceptance is a key component of emotional resilience. By accepting the ups and downs of life, we equip ourselves to handle adversity with greater ease and less distress. This resilience builds over time as we continually practice acceptance in the face of life's challenges. Impact on community and relationships. When a community embraces acceptance, it creates an environment of tolerance and peace. Acceptance reduces conflicts driven by unrealistic expectations and rigid attitudes, leading to a more harmonious social atmosphere. Long-term benefits. The long-term benefits of practicing acceptance are profound. Individuals who embrace this principle tend to experience less anxiety and depression, as they are not constantly fighting against the reality of their situations. They enjoy improved mental health, more stable relationships, and a generally higher quality of life. Living this principle daily. To integrate acceptance into daily life, start each day with a meditation focused on embracing the day as it unfolds. Throughout the day, practice recognizing moments of resistance and consciously choose to accept them. At night, reflect on how acceptance influenced your day, considering both the challenges and the ease it brought. By mastering the art of acceptance, we unlock a more peaceful existence, freeing ourselves from the turmoil of resistance and opening our hearts to the beauty of life as it is. Principle 7. Living in harmony with nature. Aligning with the natural world. This principle emphasizes the importance of synchronizing our lives with the rhythms and cycles of nature. By living in accordance with natural laws and patterns, we not only enhance our physical and mental well-being, but also foster a deeper spiritual connection with the environment. Understanding the connection with nature. Buddhism teaches that we are an integral part of the natural world, and our well-being is closely linked to its health. Living in harmony with nature involves recognizing this interdependence and making lifestyle choices that reflect respect and care for the environment. This alignment helps to ground us, providing a sense of calm and balance in our fast-paced lives. Cultivating harmony. 1. Mindful observance of natural rhythms. Paying attention to the natural cycles of day and night, the seasons, and even the weather patterns can help us adjust our activities to be more in sync with nature. For example, rising with the sun and winding down as it sets can improve our circadian rhythms, enhancing sleep quality and energy levels. 2. Sustainable living practices. Adopting sustainable habits such as recycling, conserving water, and reducing carbon footprint helps protect the environment, which in turn supports our own health and the well-being of future generations. 3. Spending time in nature. Regularly immersing ourselves in natural settings can be profoundly healing and rejuvenating. Activities like hiking, gardening, or simply taking walks in a park can increase our physical activity and reduce stress. Practical applications in daily life. Diet and consumption. Choosing to eat seasonally and locally not only supports local ecosystems and economies, but also connects us more closely to our immediate environment. Mindful interaction with technology. Balancing our use of technology with time spent in nature can help prevent the feelings of disconnection and digital overload that are common in modern life. The role of nature in enhancing spiritual practices. Nature has always been a central element in spiritual practices around the world. Its inherent beauty and complexity can lead to profound moments of insight and connection. For many, nature serves as a direct pathway to experiencing the sublime, encouraging a deeper appreciation for life and the universe. Building community connections. Communities that embrace living in harmony with nature often find stronger bonds among their members, as shared values and practices foster a collective identity and responsibility. Community gardens, shared green spaces, and cooperative environmental projects can all strengthen community ties. Long-term benefits. Over time, aligning our lives with natural processes leads to numerous benefits. Physical health improvements. Natural light, fresh air, and clean water all contribute to better health. Mental health enhancements. Reduced stress, anxiety, and depression from regular contact with nature. Environmental impact. A healthier planet, which is essential for the survival and well-being of all species, including humans. Living this principle daily. To live this principle, start by integrating simple changes. Adjust your sleep schedule to match natural light patterns. Include outdoor activities in your daily routine. Make conscious choices about consumption and waste. Educate yourself and others about the impacts of lifestyle choices on the environment. By embracing the principle of living in harmony with nature, we cultivate a lifestyle that is sustainable, healthy, and profoundly connected to the world around us. This alignment not only benefits us individually, but also contributes to the health and viability of our planet. Principle 8. Focus on ethical living. Cultivating integrity and compassion through ethical practices. This principle highlights the critical role of ethical living in personal development and societal harmony. Ethical living, according to Buddhism, involves adhering to moral principles that foster respect, compassion, and harmony among all beings. It's about making choices that reflect a commitment to the welfare of others and the world at large. Understanding ethical living. Ethical living in Buddhism is deeply intertwined with the concept of karma, which suggests that our actions have consequences that extend beyond the immediate context. Living ethically means aligning our actions, words, and thoughts with values that promote peace and minimize harm. This alignment requires mindfulness and a conscious effort to consider the ramifications of our behaviors. Principles of ethical living. 1. Right speech. This involves speaking truthfully and kindly, avoiding lies, gossip, or harmful speech. It's about using our words to uplift others rather than degrade them. 2. Right action. This encompasses actions that are free from harm, such as abstaining from stealing, harming living beings, or engaging in exploitative behaviors. 3. Right livelihood. Choosing a profession and daily activities that do not cause harm or suffering to others, and that contribute positively to the welfare of the community. Implementing ethical practices. Mindfulness in daily interactions. Be aware of the impact of your words and actions on others. Regular mindfulness practice can help maintain this awareness throughout the day. Reflective decision-making. Before making decisions, consider the potential impact on others. Ask whether your choices align with your ethical values. Community involvement. Engage in community service or support initiatives that promote ethical standards and practices. This not only helps others, but also reinforces your commitment to ethical living. The role of ethics in personal growth. Ethical living fosters personal growth by encouraging us to live in a way that is consistent with our deepest values. It challenges us to rise above our baser instincts and to develop qualities like generosity, patience, and compassion. As these qualities become more ingrained, they enhance our sense of self-worth and fulfillment. Building a supportive environment. Creating an environment that supports ethical living involves surrounding ourselves with people who share similar values and aspirations. It also means advocating for policies and practices in our communities and workplaces that support ethical behavior. Long-term benefits. The long-term benefits of ethical living are profound. Personal peace. By living in alignment with our values, we experience less internal conflict and more personal peace. Trust and respect from others. Ethical behavior builds trust and earns respect, enhancing our relationships and community ties. Positive social impact. Ethical living contributes to a more just and compassionate society. By setting an example and influencing others, we can help create a ripple effect that improves societal standards. Living this principle daily. To live this principle, consider daily affirmations that reinforce your commitment to ethical behavior. Regularly review your actions at the end of the day to ensure they align with your ethical standards. Participate in community groups that focus on ethical living and contribute to discussions and initiatives that promote these values. By embracing ethical living, we not only improve our own lives, but also contribute to the creation of a more peaceful and just world. This commitment to ethical behavior acts as a foundation for personal and communal well-being, ensuring that our actions contribute positively to the world around us. Principle 9. Practice gratitude. Enhancing life through the appreciation of blessings. Gratitude, as a foundational Buddhist principle, shifts our focus from what we lack to the abundance that surrounds us. This practice is transformative, fostering a profound appreciation for life's gifts and significantly enhancing our emotional and mental well-being. Understanding the essence of gratitude. Gratitude in Buddhism isn't just about saying thank you, it's a profound recognition of the interconnectedness of all things and the blessings that flow from this interconnectedness. It involves acknowledging every aspect of our lives, from the air we breathe to the relationships we cherish, as part of a vast network of support and benevolence. Cultivating a grateful mindset. 1. Daily reflections. Start or end each day by reflecting on 3 things you are grateful for. This practice trains the mind to focus on positive aspects of life, gradually shifting away from negative thought patterns. 2. Gratitude. Journaling. Keeping a journal to note down moments of gratitude can deepen your appreciation and provide a record of positive memories to look back on during challenging times. 3. Mindful acknowledgement. Make it a habit to acknowledge the contributions of others to your well-being, whether through a simple thank you, a note, or a kind gesture. This not only strengthens relationships, but also spreads the spirit of gratitude. Practical applications in everyday life. In personal relationships. Express gratitude to those around you regularly. Acknowledging the value of friends, family, and colleagues reinforces your relationships and fosters a positive social environment. In professional settings, showing appreciation for co-workers' efforts and contributions can create a more cooperative and friendly workplace atmosphere. The role of gratitude in alleviating suffering. Gratitude can significantly reduce psychological distress. By focusing on what we have rather than what is missing, we reduce feelings of envy and discontent. This shift is crucial for maintaining mental health and emotional balance, particularly in challenging times. Enhancing emotional resilience. Gratitude builds emotional resilience by helping us see the positive in situations, even during adversity. This perspective is essential for bouncing back from life's setbacks and maintaining a hopeful outlook. Community and cultural impact. When a community practices gratitude, it creates a culture of generosity and kindness. This environment encourages more social interaction, support, and mutual aid, strengthening the social fabric and making the community more resilient against crises. Long-term benefits. The long-term benefits of practicing gratitude include increased happiness and life satisfaction. Regularly acknowledging good in your life increases overall happiness and satisfaction. Improved health. Studies have shown that gratitude can improve physical health, reduce stress, and enhance sleep quality. Deeper relationships. Gratitude deepens connections with others, promoting a sense of belonging and shared joy. Living this principle daily. Incorporate gratitude into your daily routine by setting reminders to pause and appreciate simple pleasures throughout the day. Whether it's savoring a meal, enjoying a moment of quiet, or feeling the sun on your skin, taking time to notice and appreciate these experiences can profoundly enrich your life. By actively practicing gratitude, we not only improve our own lives, but also contribute to a more positive and supportive environment around us. This practice encourages a life perspective that values and celebrates abundance in all its forms, fostering a deep and lasting sense of fulfillment. Principle 10. Trust the process and let go of control, embracing the flow of life. This principle encapsulates the Buddhist teaching of non-attachment to outcomes and a deep trust in the natural flow of life. By letting go of our need to control every detail, we open ourselves to experiencing life more fully and with greater peace. Understanding non-attachment. Non-attachment is not about indifference. Rather, it's about releasing our grip on the need to control how everything unfolds. It involves trusting that, even without our manipulation, things will work out as they should, or perhaps even better. This trust is rooted in a deep understanding that life's processes are interconnected and often beyond our immediate comprehension. Cultivating trust in life's process. 1. Mindfulness and acceptance. Regular mindfulness practice helps in recognizing our controlling tendencies and gently guiding our mind towards acceptance of what is, rather than what we want it to be. 2. Reflective meditation. Engage in meditation that focuses on the impermanence of life and the futility of clinging to outcomes. This practice can deepen our understanding of why letting go is both liberating and practical. 3. Celebrating uncertainty. Shift your perspective to view uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and new experiences, rather than something to be feared. Practical applications in everyday life. In decision-making. Make informed decisions, but release your attachment to the results. Trust that you have done your part, and that the outcome is now out of your hands. In relationships. Allow relationships to evolve naturally. Avoid trying to mold people into who you want them to be, and instead appreciate them for who they are. The role of patience and perseverance. Patience is integral to trusting the process. It allows us to wait for outcomes without anxiety, knowing that things will unfold in their own time. Perseverance, on the other hand, encourages us not to give up, but to continue putting forth effort without attachment to specific results. Enhancing emotional resilience. Trusting the process builds emotional resilience by reducing stress and anxiety over the uncontrollable aspects of life. It teaches us to focus on our actions and intentions rather than over-fixating on the outcomes, which are often influenced by factors beyond our control. Community and relationships impact. When communities embrace this principle, they cultivate an environment of patience and understanding. This fosters a collective resilience and a shared trust that challenges can be navigated and that the community will emerge stronger. Long-term benefits. The long-term benefits of trusting the process include reduced stress and anxiety. Letting go of control reduces worry about future uncertainties. Increased happiness. Trusting life's flow often leads to unexpected joys and less disappointment from unmet expectations. Greater life. Satisfaction. Accepting life's unpredictability can lead to a deeper appreciation for the journey, not just the destination. Living this principle daily. To integrate this principle into your daily life, begin each day with a mantra or affirmation that reinforces your commitment to trust the process, such as, "I release my need to control and trust the journey." Reflect on your day in the evening, acknowledging moments where you successfully let go and areas where you could improve. By trusting the process and embracing the journey of life without clinging to specific outcomes, we cultivate a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. This practice not only enhances our own well-being, but also influences our interactions with others, promoting a more compassionate and understanding approach to life. Conclusion. We have journeyed through the 10 transformative Buddhist principles, each offering unique insights and practical applications to enhance our lives. These teachings encourage us to cultivate mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, enriching our interactions with ourselves, others, and the world around us. By integrating these principles into our daily routines, we foster a life of peace, resilience, and fulfillment. Key takeaways. 1. Embrace impermanence. Understand and accept the transient nature of life, which encourages flexibility and appreciation for the present. 2. Cultivate compassion. Extend empathy and kindness to all beings, enhancing our connections and nurturing a supportive community. 3. Practice mindfulness. Stay present in each moment, which enhances our awareness and deepens our understanding of ourselves and our environment. 4. Live ethically. Make choices that reflect respect and care for others, fostering a just and peaceful world. 5. Foster gratitude. Acknowledge and appreciate the abundance in our lives, which shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance. 6. Trust the process. Let go of the need to control every outcome, allowing life to unfold naturally and reducing stress. By applying these principles, we not only improve our individual lives, but also contribute to a more compassionate and mindful world. If you found these insights valuable, like this video to support our channel. Share it with friends, family, or anyone you believe would benefit from these life-enhancing teachings. And don't forget to subscribe to Words of Buddha for more content that aims to enlighten, inspire, and guide you on your spiritual journey. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to continuing this journey together, exploring deeper wisdom and striving for a life filled with peace and mindfulness.